So welcome to another episode of Paul's Asian Adventure. So today I wanted to talk about the dark side of dating a Filipina. The facts that no one tells you about. Wait to the end for some gold nuggets that could save you for mucho dinero. So as you know, I have lived in the Philippines for a few years and been through a lot here and heard some horror stories. And today I will cover some of the possible dark side of dating a Filipina. So let's get into it. So what are the dark sides of dating some Filipinas? And it's important for me to emphasize some. Most Filipinas are wonderful. Well, let me start with the secret gold diggers. The one who pretend to be innocent. They are looking for a weak man, basically a simp, so that they could ensnare him into their spider web. The web is slowly circulating around the guy, using the methods of slow isolation, tampo, withholding affection, shouting, and in some cases even physical violence. They use one or more of these techniques in combination to control you. And they have many tools at their disposal. They will use the ones that they know will work very well on you. Basically through a try and fail method. So how does this work? You might ask yourself. Isolation method is simple. They will convince you, for example, to move close to their family, or basically live with their family, away from your friends. That's when the trap really starts. You will slowly be more and more controlled by her. For example, they will convince you that they are better with the money, and you will hand over your monthly pension to them. And when you do this, somehow every month there will be no money left. They will do everything to destroy any and all friendships that you have with family, friends, anybody. Believe it or not, I have seen this method play out several times. Once isolated, the whole money drain starts, convincing you to build a house on their land or improve the house that's already there, convince you to buy a car, convince you to buy anything that is expensive, big TV, motorbike, and so on. Maybe buy even more land in their name. Any high-ticket items will of course be in her name, not your name. So before I continue, if you've enjoyed the video so far, I would ask you for the following. Please share this on social media. It means a lot to me, and it's very simple for you to do. It really helps me on my YouTube. And of course, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you so much. Let's continue with the video now. Then there is, of course, the sob stories that they know work on the guys who are the white knights. The ones who come to save milady from all and any dangers. The sob stories of some relatives dying in the hospital or in the hospital, a dying carabao, a house that has burned down or washed out, lost phones. It just goes on and on and on. This one is a bit harder to pull off these days due to social media. But still, there are enough simps out there that will come to rescue milady and try and correct all the wrongs that are in her life, thinking that will give them a better chance on this specific female. Of course it won't. You will just be seen as a weak man and laughed at by her and her friends, her Filipino friends, behind his back. I've had several girls try this one on me when I first came to the Philippines. I just nexted them. There are too many good women here in the Philippines, in abundance, to put up with any type of that sort of behavior. Now, I'm sure some of these stories they told were true, but my attitude is, I did not create the problem. It's not on me to fix this problem. Remember this when you come out here. The girls that want to play you fall into two categories: the short-term gain and the long-term gain. Now, some short-termers will turn into long-termers if they see you are really weak and an easy mark. Basically, a man who cannot set any boundaries. The short-term scammers will try to scam you out of a few hundred pesos on the first or second date. Maybe order the biggest meal they can at the restaurant, take it home to their friends and family, and laugh at the stupid foreigner. This actually happened to me once. She tried to go on a second date, of course, and I told her to F off. And consequently, after that, I only did coffee dates. Something you should think about. It's live and learn, I guess. Then of course there are the long-term scams. The girls that see you as an easy mark, see you as easy to control, see you as basically a long-term wallet. These are of course the most dangerous. They are a chameleon and can pretend to be something they are not for a while. Sooner or later their disguise wears off. That's why so many bloggers, including myself here in the Philippines, tell you, take it slowly. There's absolutely no reason to rush. You, as a guy, have nothing to gain from rushing, but you have so much to lose. You can lose all your savings and your mental health. Basically, it'll fuck you over the rest of your retirement life because you had to rush it and not take it slow. There's a simple word you tell the girl: no. Set the boundaries. Another short-term scam is the emergency scam, usually played on the foreigner that is not living in the Philippines. Maybe he has an LTR who he has visited, or maybe not. It is of course better when a man is bonded to a woman, meaning he has already seen her in the Philippines for this scam to work. This is the emergency scam, which could be anything from an accident to some type of sickness. But the whole thing is that it needs immediate action. And with immediate action, I mean that you have to send money immediately. You don't have time to think about it. She knows you're in the West. You can't go to the hospital and verify the amounts, verify that the person is sick. You have to do something quickly to save that life, to save that leg, whatever story they can come up with. It could be her mother, it could be her father, it could be her cousin, brother, it could be even her pretending something has happened. It could be something from dying to losing a leg, any kind of emergency that you and only you can fix. And that's how they get you. You are the white knight. You are the person who can fix this problem, and only you. And if you don't fix this problem, you feel so guilty. This is the emergency scam, a very dangerous scam, because it works. And the reason it works is you don't have time to think. You have to do something. You have to act now. Don't fall for this. Remember, you didn't create the problem. It is not on you to fix it. Then there's the sweetheart scam. This is typically a girl who has multiple foreigners supporting her. She pretends to be loyal to only you. You could be even in the Philippines and she'll be chatting with multiple foreigners who are not in the Philippines, but however are sending her money. For the love of God, just stop sending these girls money. I don't care if you have seen them or not. If you have to support her to keep her, that just makes her a whore, right? So if you want to be with a whore, once you get here, go ahead, be my guest and see how that ends. Other things that are not necessarily dark, but you have to be aware of, is when the request to start supporting her family starts. Just remember, you did not create the problem and it's not on you to solve it. Now, if that means that she does not want to be with you, then you know what to do. Well, in case you didn't, just next her. I have said it over and over again. It's on men to recognize when they are being scammed. I have told the story of my neighbor who bought a house in a girl's name after knowing her for 4 months with all the money he had. That was against all my advice and pleads. Any idiot with a clue could see a mile away that she had no interest in him, except for his wallet. We all know how this story is going to end, yet men persist in these bad, and I mean really, really bad decisions. Why is just beyond me. Are you really so scared to lose a girl? Are you so scared to be alone for a few months? Is your self-worth that small that you think she is all you can get or all you deserve? Remember this when starting to date a Filipina. Watch what she does, not what she says. Watch the way she leads into you or not. Does she, for example, treat you like a stranger in public? Does she just stay on her phone all the time, almost like she does not know you? These are, of course, very bad signs. Don't be so infatuated by her that you forget logic. There are so many good Filipinas here. Don't waste your time on the bad ones. In the end, it's on you as a man to set the boundaries and be clear on what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate. The reason these women try to scam you in the first place is that weak men have shown them how easy it is to extract money from weak men, i.e. simps in the West. Remember that the average wage for a working girl here, not a working girl, but a girl working in the mall is $300 USD, basically 15,000 pesos. If you're sending her a whole month's wage for doing nothing except talking to you, what message does that send to her? That you are weak, you are a mark. If the only way to keep her is to send her money, then like I said before, she's a whore. Ask yourself really, do you want to be with a whore when you get here? And with that, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have, don't forget to share and subscribe, especially the sharing part.